आज के कॉन्फ्रेंस के ट्रैक 6 के चेयर मिस्टर आशीष शर्मा जी का मैं पुनः हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं और इस आभासीय मंच को सर का संक्षिप्त परिचय प्रदान करता हूं। आशीष शर्मा जी, श्रीमान आशीष शर्मा जी वर्तमान में मिशन एजुकेशन स्माइल फाउंडेशन इंडिया में चीफ मैनेजर के पद पर कार्यरत हैं। मिस्टर आशीष शर्मा एक अनुभवी शिक्षाविद, प्रशिक्षक एवं शैक्षिक नेतृत्व करता है जिन्होंने शिक्षण, शिक्षक, शिक्षा, संस्थागत विकास और एकेडमिक नेतृत्व में 17 वर्षों से अधिक का व्यापक अनुभव प्राप्त है। मिस्टर आशीष शर्मा ने राष्ट्रीय एवं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर 25 से अधिक शोध पत्र प्रस्तुत किए हैं। आपने 40 से अधिक शोध लेख प्रकाशित किए हैं। मिस्टर आशीष शर्मा ने 5 ISBN पंजीकृत पुस्तकों में अध्यायों का योगदान दिया है। आप सक्रिय मानवतावादी के रूप में वर्ष 2001 से भारतीय रेड क्रॉस सोसाइटी एवं सेंट जॉन एम्बुलेंस इंडिया में भी अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं। आप राष्ट्रीय स्तर के फर्स्ट एड मास्टर ट्रेनर हैं एवं सोशल इमरजेंसी रेस्पॉन्स वॉलंटियर के मास्टर ट्रेनर हैं, जिसका हेड ऑफिस IRCS नेशनल हेडक्वार्टर न्यू दिल्ली में है। आपने भारतीय सैन्य अकादमी देहरादून से NCC अटैचमेंट प्रशिक्षण भी प्राप्त किया हुआ है। हम सबको विश्वास है कि आपके मार्गदर्शन में यह सेशन निश्चित रूप से अत्यंत सफल एवं प्रेरणादायक रहेगा। मैं आज मिस्टर आशीष शर्मा जी को सादर आमंत्रित करता हूं कि वो अपना संबोधन प्रस्तुत करें। वेलकम सर।
So thank you so much, Mr. Jiten Sharma ji. Thank you so much and gratitude, and I'm feeling honored to be the part of this conference. So before sharing my points and on the theme, I would like to congratulate Saraswati College of Professional Studies and Social Development of Research Foundation to come up this to shape this conference in a manner that you are aligning the NEP with the Indian knowledge system. And if I remembered, this is going to be the first and second conference on this theme, Indian knowledge system, which is exploring the opportunities and all those things within the NEP, how it is aligning, how the pathway can be go beyond that. So I will keep my points in the mixed language, English and Hindi both, for the participant and the audience are with us. So thank you so much and gratitude to Dr. Sanjay Kumar, who connected with me and invited me to chair this, and I'm feeling honored. And along with gratitude with my all co-chair, Dr. Ansar, and the technical person is Mr. Abdul Ji. So together, definitely we will try to fulfill our responsibilities, whatever the Saraswati College and the Professional Study Research Foundation had decided to hand over on our shoulder. Yes, आपने जैसा कि कहा कि जो इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम हमारी प्राचीन परंपरा और इन चीजों को लेकर के, so my first point has gone on the point जब आपने एंशिएंट रूट की बात करी, मॉडर्न विंग की बात करी, सो एंशिएंट रूट, हाउ द इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम NEP के साथ अलाइन होकर के काम कर रहा है, कैसे चल रहा है, दैट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. दिस सब थीम इज एक्चुअली कैप्चरिंग द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट spirit of our education, what we are expecting in 2047. That is the mission, Viksit Bharat mission, which is the journey which cannot be envisioned without engaging deeply with the Indian knowledge system. For the centuries, our Indian knowledge system offered holistic understanding of the knowledge, where the science, philosophy, ethics, ecology, mathematics, medicine, art, and the governance were deeply interconnected and rooted in the life experience. Knowledge was not merely informational, it was transformational and the value based and the socially responsible. If I talk about the national education policy, which is providing the holistic framework, we each one of us, whether the researchers are present here, whether the professors are present here, we all are aware the holistic framework is based on historical based and the foundation, which is re-engaging with the legacy of rigorous, contemporary, and the forward-looking manner. NEP does not advocate a return to the past. Many times this discussion happens कि ancient knowledge, पुरानी परंपरा से जोड़ रहे हैं, back to the India. It is not like that. Neither it is treating as a Indian knowledge system as an add-on. It position Indian knowledge tradition as a living intellectual resource capable of enriching pedagogy, research innovation, institutional practices. It emphasizes on the multidisciplinary learning, experiential pedagogies, critical inquiry, ethical reasoning, multilingualism, and the learner agency resonate strongly with the empathetical foundation of Indian knowledge system. Recently, a few days back, I was the part of this national book fair happening in Delhi. So, very valid point has been raised by our NCRT director there that we are expecting the books in the local language when we talk about multilingualism. And nowadays, the publishers are now more focused to publish the books in the different Indian language which are recorded in our constitution, and the children are feeling happy to read those books. The phrase which we have chosen as an Indian ancient root modern wing remind us that development does not emerge from disconnection. Our roots anchor us in the values such as sustainability, inclusivity, and the social harmony. Our wings empower us with the scientific temper, technological innovations, entrepreneurship, which is very important. That how much I am ready, yeah, our children are ready to stand on their own leg, not dependent on others. The global engagement, which is now because of technological innovation, AI interventions, it has surrounded very closely within all of us. When these comes together, education become not just a pathway to employment, but the power force for the nation building of human development. This track, especially when we talk about, invite all of us, all researchers, to move beyond aspiration to application, which is very important. We have a good planners, we have good planning, but how much we are going to apply all those what we have thought, what we have experimented, what we have explored in our real classroom scenario. Whether we are changing the cognitive aspect of our children's, their behavioral aspect within our classroom, where we are shaping our future. Key question before that includes how can Indian knowledge system be meaningfully integrate into the NEP aligned? I'm sure during the presentation by the researchers, those have submitted their paper, definitely we will be able to explore. How can educators translate Indian knowledge system principle into the classroom practice, assessment model, teacher education, and the research methodologies? How can institution nurture the learner who are globally competent, ethically grounded, and culturally confident? As a chair of this track, I believe and encourage presenters to share evidence-based research, pedagogical models, case studies, and the policy insight that demonstrate how Indian knowledge system and NEP can contribute the equitable, sustainable, and developed India goal. As we move towards Viksit Bharat 2047, let us remember that true development is not only measured by the economic indicator or the technological advancement, but by the quality of our citizen through thoughtful learners, ethical leaders, compassionate professionals, and responsible innovators. Education guided by NEP and enriched by Indian knowledge system hold the key to shaping such the future. And rightly said by Jitendra ji in the starting that the Indian knowledge system, which is giving us a huge cultural value and whatever the education we called about the Vedic education, the system, different education system, we have the enriched education, but and NEP is giving us the pathway where we are expecting to reach. I look forward to the rich academic deliberation, diverse perspectives, and the meaningful knowledge exchange during this track. I'm confident that the insight emerging from these sessions will contribute significantly to the nation discourse. With this word, thank you and warm welcome to all speakers for their the speakers and the participant for their presentation. And over to Jitenji, wishing you again with the wishing you again for the insightful dialogues during this session. Thank you.
धन्यवाद सर, आपके विचार हम सभी के लिए अत्यंत प्रेरणा स्रोत हैं। कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं ट्रैक 6 के को चेयर डॉक्टर अंसार अहमद सर का पुनः हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं और सर का संक्षिप्त परिचय इस आभासीय मंच को देना चाहूंगा। डॉक्टर अंसार अहमद सर वर्तमान में जामिया मिलिया इस्लामिया नई दिल्ली के शिक्षा विभाग शिक्षक प्रशिक्षण एवं गैर औपचारिक शिक्षा विभाग में असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर के पद पर कार्यरत हैं। आपको 12 वर्षों से अधिक का शिक्षण एवं शोध में व्यापक अनुभव प्राप्त है। डॉक्टर अंसार अहमद को विश्व शिक्षक दिवस 2021 के अवसर पर इंटरनेशनल टीचर्स प्राइड अवार्ड से सम्मानित किया गया है। आप काउंसिल फॉर टीचर एजुकेशन फाउंडेशन CTEF के संस्थापक संपादक भी हैं। डॉक्टर अहमद ने देश भर में 70 से अधिक आमंत्रित व्याख्यान एवं 50 से अधिक वर्कशॉप एवं ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में सहभागिता दी है। आपने डिस्टेंस एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम MA एजुकेशन के लिए स्व अध्ययन सामग्री का भी निर्माण किया है। आपने अनेक राष्ट्रीय एवं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय शोध पत्रिकाओं में शोध लेख प्रकाशित हुए हैं। विभिन्न प्रकाशनों के माध्यम से आपने 3 किताबें भी प्रकाशित की हैं। आप राष्ट्रीय संस्थान जैसे NCERT, NTA, IGNOU, NIEPA, KBS आदि से भी एकेडमिक रूप से जुड़े रहे हैं। ऐसे बहुआयामी अनुभव और गहन आत्मिक दृष्टि वाले शिक्षाविद का हमारे बीच होना हमारे लिए अत्यंत प्रेरणादायक है। अब मैं सादर निवेदन करता हूं कि मिस्टर आशीष शर्मा जी सत्र का औपचारिक शुभारंभ करने की अनुमति प्रदान करें।
Thank you, sir. Jointly on the behalf of entire team here, I, Ansar ji, and you all, definitely we can start. Yeah.
जी सर। अब मैं डॉक्टर अंसार अहमद सर से अनुरोध करता हूं कि सत्र का संचालन करते हुए शोध पत्र प्रस्तुतकर्ताओं के नाम आमंत्रित करें और कॉन्फ्रेंस को अपने उद्देश्य तक ले जाए। वेलकम सर।
Thank you so much, Jitendra Sharma sir. With the permission of the chair, sir, uh, Ashish Sharma sir, there are 10, 10 plus 2, 12 participants are there who will present their presentation. Okay. So, sir, approximately we have 85 to 90 minutes. So, can you allow, so can we request to the participants to present their paper within 6 to 7 minutes?
Will be better, है ना, so that we have enough time to discuss in the
Okay.
last.
Or
Yeah,
sir,
thank you.
feedback will be given at the end of the entire presentation or after each presentation?
You have planned in the end of,
End
so
of
that I'm aligned with you. Thank you.
Yes. Uh, so, sir, there are 10 presentation. I request all the participants to present their papers in the stipulated time. So we have we will assign you 6 to 7 minutes to complete your paper presentation. So I will start, sir. Two paper presenters were not present their presentation yesterday, so I will request them to present first. Okay. So I request Dr. Poonam Bharti, ma'am. Dr. Poonam Bharti.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please keep in mind the time duration of the presentation. Okay, so you will try to present your paper within 6 to 7 minutes. Okay, over to you, Dr.
Okay.
President, Dr. Poonam Bharti.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to present my paper, and let me share my screen. Yes, sir. Please, just sir.
कब लगा आपको? कब लगा था?
Nap Prabhakar, there is one participant, Nap Prabhakar. Kindly mute your mic. Now, Dr. Poonam Bharti, your screen is visible. Okay.
Okay, sir. So.
Bharti, kindly unmute yourself because your mic is muted. Poonam Bharti.
So now, sir, I am audible now.
Yes, you are audible and all your screen is also visible.
Okay, sir.
Please
So myself, Dr. Poonam Bharti, Assistant Professor, Rawlal Singh College of Education, Sidravli, and my topic of presentation is Yoga and Holistic Health Practices from Indian Knowledge Systems for Enhancing Students' Mental Health and Well-being. So if we see today's modern world, students are performing excel in cognitive domain, but their emotional and psychological well-being is overlooked. And Indian knowledge systems offer scientifically validated approaches for nurturing mental health and emotional resilience. It prepares the students for facing the challenges of life with resilience. If we see the mental crisis, according to WHO, 1 in 7 adolescents are experiencing mental health challenges globally, and 70% of the students are facing high anxiety levels, moderate to high anxiety levels. 60% students are showing depression systems in Indian cities, and 70% are experiencing emotional distress regularly. The key drivers for mental health are the academic pressure, uh, family dynamics, digital overload. Over 55% spend 4+ hours daily on devices. That fosters addiction, FOMO, and emotion dysregulation, affecting 65% of the students, and socioeconomic strain. So for this, Indian knowledge system is a holistic approach rather than it sees or visualize health as a holistic as a whole, rather than the Western reductionist approach, which focuses on the symptoms, reduction of the symptoms. IKS view health as a dynamic balance among the 5 elements, the 3 doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and the 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, and prevent the disease through personalized lifestyle, diet, and practices. It is not just ancient ideas, but it is a scientifically validated approach designed to create harmonious connection between mind and body. The core components of Indian knowledge system are yoga and physical mental health, physical mental discipline that unites physical postures, breathing techniques, and mental focus to create a harmony between body and mind. Yoga practices increases gamma levels in the brain, which promote relaxation and counter anxiety. The second component of IKS is meditation and mindfulness, which train the mind to focus, and it act as a gap between the stimulus and the reaction, and foster a calm, non-reactive state for emotional stability. The third component is Ayurveda. Ayurveda, uh, it is a science which emphasize on balancing through daily routines like dincharya, and seasonal routines, ritucharya, diet, and sleep hygiene. It regulates sleeps, diet, and seasonal adjustments, and prevent stress accumulation. Along with it, the Indian philosophy and ethics provide psychological foundation for emotional discipline and self-regulation. One more framework in Indian knowledge system is the Panchkosha model, the 5 layers of well-being. And this Panchkosha model views students as a series of 5 sheets, ensuring mental health can address the whole person. This framework addresses the stress across all the 5 levels: the physical level, the mental level, the emotional level, which are Annamay, Pranamay, Manomay, Vigyanmay, and Anandmay. These are the 5 layers. And this Panchkosha model not only focuses on the Annamay level or the physical level for managing the stress, but across all the levels. The proven benefits for yoga for students are it reduces the stress and anxiety through calming the nervous system, and also enhance concentration through mindfulness, and enhances emotional regulation, self-awareness, and next, IKS, if we see in brief the IKS components for mental health and well-being, the yogasanas, which increases GABA level, and the benefit for the students is stress reduction and enhancement of focus. The pranayam increases the cortisol level, and it relieves from anxiety. Ayurveda balances the doshas and the routines, and for students it benefits, it brings behavior stability in student behavior. The Panchkosha model is a multi-layer intervention, and it for the benefit for the student is comprehensive resilience, and meditation provides attention training which improves focus and memory. So this framework, ICAS framework, can be integrated in curricula across elementary to higher education, and it can be integrated in textbooks in school curricula with cultural sensitivity and teacher training programs. Educators are also equipped as facilitator of well-being rather than the instructor, and it creates balancing learning environment and create a culture of well-being, and it can be implemented sustainability with the alignment of SDG 4 for quality education, quality and equitable education. So this is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Poonam Bharti, for your wonderful presentation. Now I request Dr. Chitra. Dr. Chitra, are you here?
सर प्लीज इन लोगों को रिक्वेस्ट कर दीजिए कि अपनी वीडियो ऑन के साथ अपना प्रेजेंट करें.
Okay. So I request all the participants while presenting their paper, please keep open your video. Dr. Chitra, am I audible to you? I think she is not here.
नहीं है सर, है सर,
Okay.
डॉक्टर चित्रा है.
Dr. Chitra, am I audible to you? She is not. She is not here, sir. She is not visible on the screen.
सर वो विजुअल है सर सामने ही, ICFA डॉक्टर चित्रा, पर उनका आवाज नहीं आ रही है उनकी.
Okay, हाँ.
वो बोल तो रही हैं कुछ,
Okay, okay.
लेकिन उनकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है आपको. चित्रा मैम आप फिर वेट कर लीजिए, आपकी ऑडियो नहीं आ रही है बिल्कुल भी. सर नेक्स्ट
Okay.
सर से पूछ के कर लीजिए.
Sir, Ashish sir, can we start today's tracks presentation?
Yes, sir, we can continue, है ना? So,
So,
in the last, whenever ma'am will connect, we can do.
Okay, okay. Now, first paper presenter of today's session is Miss Alka Dadwal. Miss Alka Dadwal, am I audible to you? Alka Dadwal? No. Miss Bandana Das, second paper presenter of today's session. Chitra. Chitra, am I audible to you?
Sir, I am Miss Vandana Das.
Okay, Bandana Das. So,
Sir, actually, I have not prepared my PPT because I was busy with some of my college assignments. So, can I present through oral presentation?
I will ask the chair of today's session.
No, it
Ashish
is okay. Okay to continue, no problem, है ना?
Yes.
That is fine.
Miss Bandana Das, a student of Department of Education, Lumbing College, Assam. Okay. Bandana Das, kindly start your presentation. Bandana Das.
Yes. Good morning to the respected dignitaries and all the paper presenters. I am Bandhana Das, student of BA third semester in Lamding College, Assam. Today I am going to present my research paper titled Significance
Vandana,
of
can you open camera?
Bandana,
Yes.
please
Yes, yes,
open
yes.
your camera.
If it is possible for you.
Hmm. Actually, sir, it is not opening.
Please
Uh,
continue there.
Okay, okay, no problem. Please continue. Bandana Das.
so I am going to present my research paper titled Significance of IKS and NEP 2020 in Molding Vikshit Bharat 2047. So let's begin. The integration of the Indian knowledge system within the model of National Education Policy 2020 is a strategic initiative which is aimed at
वंदना
molding.
वंदना आप ओपन कर सकते हैं आप अपना कैमरा
Bandana,
ओपन कर
now
लीजिए
you can open your camera. Bandana Das.
Sir, it is not opening.
Okay, continue, no problem. Continue.
Um, So the integration of the Indian knowledge system within the model of National Education Policy 2020 is a strategic initiative which is aimed at molding a developed Bharat by 2047. If we talk about IKS, its importance lies in its potential to provide an Indian perspective that is deeply rooted in indigenous values and wisdom, offering valuable insight into the modern pedagogy and IKS integration. Moving to NEP 2020, it acts as the cornerstone for the Vikshit Bharat, providing the structural and pedagogical reforms necessary for integrating IKS into the curriculum and transforming India's education system into an equitable and thriving knowledge society. The IKS not only prioritizes literary knowledge but also physical work, which includes various architectural forms, art forms, etc. The vision of IKS and NEP 2020 aligns with India's aspiration to commemorate 100 years of India's independence by building a prosperous and inclusive sustainable society rooted with its ancient knowledge and traditions. This particular research paper is prepared by keeping some specific objectives in mind. I would like to make a little discussion on these objectives. So my first objective is the role of IKS and NEP 2020 in achieving the goal of Vikshit Bharat by 2047. The NEP 2020 prioritizes on critical thinking, skill enhancement, collaboration, and communication, which are very essential skills for the 21st century. When talking about IKS, India is a country with an ancient traditional practice and history that makes the country an incredible India. The newly introduced system of education has attempted to provide this knowledge to the world for its greater globalization. Some of the worth mentioning roles of IKS and NEP 2020 are as follows. So the first role is holistic and multidisciplinary learning strategies, which means breaking the rote learning and enhancing critical thinking and creativity by blending various subjects of curriculum. The second role is encouraging the principles of equity and access, ensuring quality education for all, which is a foundational step for a developed country. And the third role is preparing for global competency, in which the NEP 2020 puts great emphasis for the skill development and vocational training that can equip India's workforce while preparing the generation for global competency. My second objective is analyzing the IKS principles for sustainable development goals of Vikshit Bharat. So the first point under this would be the principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This principle states that the whole world is one family. The principle supports global partnerships and reduced inequalities by fostering both inclusive growth and shared identity. The second point which I would like to mention is practical and experimental knowledge. The IKS focuses on vision, which means practical and applied knowledge and the skill development. It ensures that education is relevant and fosters on innovation, which is essential for the economic growth as mentioned in SDG 8. My next objective is throwing light on globalizing the IKS while positioning India as a global hub of solutions. The concept of globalizing IKS bears a splendid importance for the advancement of India. This concept of globalizing the IKS while positioning India as a global hub of solution by integrating its ancient knowledge and philosophies with modern education and technology to provide sustainable and holistic alternatives in various crucial sectors. This can be better analyzed by some of the points, which may include holistic wellness. India has secured landmark trade agreement.
Miss Bandana Das, kindly conclude your presentation because you have already taken 8 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Kindly conclude.
In conclusion, I would like to mention that the blended strategy of IKS and NEP 2020 provides a foundational framework in building a developed Bharat by 2047. The synergy of IKS and NEP 2020 aims to decolonize the Indian educational landscape and build an inclusive and innovative India which would focus on multilingualism and bridge socio-economic and regional disparities, ensuring the accessibility of quality education to all the segments of society for a developed nation. This strategy of globalizing IKS would contribute a lot in positioning India as a global hub of solutions. Altogether, the IKS and NEP 2020 are the two pillars for transforming India
Miss
into an
Bandana,
Atmanirbhar,
Bandana
developed
Das,
and globally influential nation.
Bandana Das.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Thank you, Bandana. Thank you. Now I request Dr. Chitra. Dr. Chitra, am I audible to you? Dr. Chitra? Okay. So, third presenter of today's session is Miss Dharna Malhotra. Miss Dharna Malhotra, am I audible to you? Okay. Okay, so we are moving to the next presenter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Excuse
Dr.
me, sir.
Chitra. Dr. Chitra.
Sir, I'll connect from my mobile phone and I'll share my PPT from the laptop. Some
Okay.
problem I am facing.
Okay, okay, no problem.
I'll share my PPT.
Okay.
So PPT available?
Yes, your PPT is visible.
Okay, sir.
Dr. Chitra, keep in mind the time duration of your presentation.
Fine, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Very good morning to one and all present here on the 5th National E-National Conference organized by Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad. The topic of my presentation is the role of Indian knowledge system in achieving Viksit Bharat at 2047. Indian vision of Viksit Bharat marked 100 years of independence. Development is multidimensional, taking into consideration economic, social, technological, cultural, and environmental. Education is the most critical long-term enabler of national transformation. Global evidence mark developed nations invested heavily in education and research. India, being a young democratic country and fast changing in skills, required a lot of improvement in the education sector. Traditional education model are inadequate for future challenges. There is a need to systematically examine education's strategic role in national development. So review focus on policy, pedagogy, research, technology, and global engagements. The objective of this research paper is to examine education as a driver of Viksit Bharat, to analyze the major reforms under NEP 2020, to understand transformation in teaching, learning, and research, and to assess the role of technology, AI, and internalization, and to link education with the IKS and its impact. The data has been collected with the scope of a systematic review, which was being conducted to examine the strategic role of education in achieving Viksit Bharat, with a focus on policy, pedagogy, research, technology, and national development. The data sources was being collected from 30 peer-review research and review papers, which are being indexed in reputed journals and multidisciplinary covering education, public policy, innovation, and sustainability. As we all know, the Viksit Bharat is not limited to GDP. It encompasses various other fields like social equity, cultural confidence, technological leadership, environmental sustainability, health and education, and various other fields. Education itself a one pill for many other problems. It addresses unemployment, inequality, skill gaps, various digital divides, then build informed, ethical, and responsible citizens. It also requires constant and controlled reforms and balance between innovation and stability. So, strategic role should be that of constant and controlled change towards overall improvement. The Indian knowledge system, as per the new education policy 2020, mark a significant shift in Indian educational philosophy by formally recognizing the importance of ancient and Indian knowledge system. The policy acknowledges that India's civilization heritage rooted in philosophy, science, art, governance, health, and ethics offer timeless wisdom relevant to contemporary education and national development. Integrating IK's aim to restore cultural confidence, promote holistic learning, and align education with India's socio-culture context while maintaining global relevance. Understanding Indian knowledge system. Indian knowledge system refer to the accumulated knowledge developed in India over various years, dealing with the philosophy and metaphysics, sciences and mathematics, medicine and health, architecture and engineering, arts, governance and ethics, education system. NEP 2020 draws inspiration from India's traditional education philosophy. We focus on holistic education rather than fragmented learning, development of intellectual, physical, emotional, ethical, and spiritual dimensions, learning as a lifelong process, teacher as a mentor, guru, rather than mere instructor. This aligns with ancient idols such as knowledge delicates. One of the core features of NEP 2020 is multidisciplinary and holistic education, which has deep roots in ancient India. In ancient context, education as a mastery over 64 colors, arts and skills, Nalanda University offers studies in philosophy, medicine, mathematics, astronomy, logic, arts, and governance. NEP 2020 apply ICAS, which encourages integration of science, arts, humanity, and vocational studies. It promotes flexibility through major and minor combinations, revives holistic personality development essential for leadership and innovation. NEP 2020 emphasizes mother tongue and Indian languages as the medium of instruction, especially at the foundational level. Ancient knowledge was transmitted in Sanskrit, Pali, Prakri, Tamil, and other regional languages. Learning in mother tongue improved comprehension, creativity, and critical thinking. Value-based and ethical education. Indian knowledge system places strong emphasis on ethics, morality, and character formation. All dharmas, karmas, ahimsa, satya. All these things are a part of our Indian knowledge system. And with the new NEP policy, all these are being integrated in our education system, focusing on constitutional values, ethics, citizenship, and social responsibility, education for responsible citizenship and national integration, development of empathy, integrity, and social harmony. With the help of the Indian knowledge system, nowadays the NEP has promoted to develop yoga, health, and mental well-being in the curriculum. So that in order to boost the health of the students, which ultimately support the students' well-being and the remove the stress level of all the students. Sustainability and environmental consciousness, IKS strongly emphasizes living in harmony with nature. Traditional practices which are being used, all these are being now incorporated in NEP 2020, which is being aligned with our education for sustainable development, environment awareness, and climate responsibility, integration of traditional ecological knowledge with modern sustainability goals. NEP 2020 encourages research into Indian knowledge system through dedicated IK centers, interdisciplinary research, documentation, and digitalization of ancient texts. At the end, I just want to conclude that being in education, even our university, after the introduction of NEP 2020, has urged everyone to adopt the new curriculum. So, as per the new curriculum 2020, we also have reviewed our curriculum and introduced the IKS in all the semester and all the programs which we are running in our college. No doubt there are various challenges despite its potential integration of IKS, risk of uncritical glorification, the need for academic rigor and scientific validation, lack of trained faculty, then curriculum overloaded. NEP 2020 addresses these by emphasizing evidence-based scholarly and interdisciplinary approaches. The new education policy 2020 reposition ancient and Indian knowledge system as a living, evolving resource rather than a relic of the past. By integrating IKS with modern pedagogy, technology, and global perspective, NEP 2020 seek to create an education system that is rooted in Indian value yet globally competitive. This synthesis is crucial for developing ethical innovation and resilient citizen capable of contributing to Viksit Bharat. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chitra, for your presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Now I request next presenter, Dr. Ms. Dharna Malhotra. Ms. Dharna Malhotra, are you here?
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
There is some network issues at my end. I'm just trying to share my screen.
Okay.
Is it visible to all of you?
Yes.
Sir, is this visible?
Yes, yes. Screen is visible and you are also audible. Okay, please carry on.
Great. So, respected chair and panel members, fellow scholars, good morning to all of you. Title of my paper is Energizing Indian Knowledge System with NEP 2020, Pathways Towards the Viksit Bharat 2047. This paper argues that India's education future must integrate indigenous knowledge traditions with the contemporary policy reforms under NEP 2020. Aim is not nostalgia, but a culturally rooted, ethically grounded, and globally competitive education model for the Viksit Bharat. As we can see the vision of Viksit Bharat 2024. The
Miss Dharna
framework of
Malhotra,
Viksit Bharat is built on the
Miss
three
Dharna,
pillars, which we can say the education reforms, which will come through the NEP 2020. It reimagines the pedagogy beyond the rote learning.
Miss
Another
Dharna,
important factor is to
Dharna,
culture.
am I audible? Miss
जी
Dharna,
सर,
can you open your camera?
कैमरा
Yes.
हाँ जी, कैमरा इज ओपन बट थोड़ा सा ना सर नेटवर्क इश्यूज
Okay.
आ रहे हैं.
Okay.
I'm not at home actually. I'm at some other place. Is it okay?
Yes.
Your
Yes.
camera is open, but the background image
sir.
you have chosen, which is disturbing your visibility. है ना?
Okay. Another important factor is cultural integration, which includes systematical inclusion of Indian knowledge system, Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, into the education reforms. Another important thing which is needed for Viksit Bharat 2047 is the national vision, which look as a holistic development as a national civilization project. The core argument is that reforms succeed only when the policy, culture, as well as the national aspiration moves together. Here we can understand the Indian knowledge system little bit. As Viksit Bharat envision a developed, self-reliant and inclusive India. So education should be the center lever for the transformation. And all the four things are important for, as we can see the IKS, which represent the millennia of intellectual tradition, which encompass all the things like ethics, ecology, pedagogy. Here are we can see the classical foundations of Indian knowledge system are the ancient texts like Shastras, Upanishad, and most of the philosophical knowledge which are based on the ancient text. Another thing we can look into the IKS other than Vedic traditions like Buddhist, Jain, and different movements. They also provide kind of a different ethics system and the epistemology. साथ ही साथ हम उन चीजों को भी इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं जो कि कम्युनिटी नॉलेज होती है, लोकल कम्युनिटी नॉलेज, बट प्रैक्टिसेस आर इंडिजिनस. And another important thing is to interconnect the knowledge, emphasizing on the experiential learning. Here we can see one of the theory which is based on IKS. It is an Upanishadic theory, Panchakosh theory, which is a framework for the holistic development. NEP 2020 and NCF for foundation stage as well as the school education also endorse this five-fold development. This Panchakosh theory, it envisages the human being as a body of 5 sheaths, which is made up of the 5 sheaths, starting from the gross body called as Annamaya, then Pranamaya coach, which is a vital energy form, and then we can come into the dimension of mental and emotional level, which is Manomaya kosh, and then Vigyanmaya kosh, intellect, which we can known as a Vivek, a different knowledge to differentiate between good and bad, basically. And after last one is the Anandamaya kosh, which is a blissful sheath. We can say this. This multi-dimensional model, it underscores the educational roles in addressing all the aspects. It is one of the indigenous theory which works on the holistic development of the human being. Another thing we can say, National Education Policy 2020 NEP, which has a transformative vision for the holistic and the multidisciplinary education, which is not just rigid to the rote learning, but also promote the integrative learning as well. Similarly, foundational literacy and numeracy is another important part of the NEP, which and one of the pillar of the NEP 2020. Third one is experiential based learning, and another is multilingualism and the mother tongue. Teacher empowerment, which include the continuous professional development of the educator, is also one of the important part of NEP. Another thing which we can see is pedagogical alignment, कि कैसे हम अपने IKS को ट्रेडिशनल विजडम को मॉडर्न प्रैक्टिसेस और पेडागोजी के साथ कंबाइन करके विकसित भारत की जो हमारा विजन है उसे उस तक पहुंच सकते हैं। सो कुछ पेडागोजिकल स्ट्रेटजीज हम इसमें देख सकते हैं, जैसे कि प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड लर्निंग है, which include traditional craft, agriculture, community activities. Another thing is dialogic traditions, जैसे कि एंशियंट टाइम में होता था जिसको हम शास्त्रार्थ कहते थे, उस तरह की डिबेट्स हो गया और स्टोरी टेलिंग हो गई. इट विल रियली हेल्प इन फॉस्टर द क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग एंड ऑल्सो द 21st century skills. One of the more another is community learning, जहाँ हम कम्युनिटी प्रैक्टिसेस, जो लोकल प्रैक्टिसेस चल रही हैं इंडिजिनस, उनके साथ बच्चों को वेल वर्स कर सकते हैं. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Ms. Dharna, for the presentation. Now I request.
थोड़ा सा सर, just give me 2 minutes.
Yes.
I'll just conclude this. Another thing is philosophical convergence, where IKS को हम combine कर सकते हैं NEP के goals के साथ. उसमें holistic development, value based education as well as the experiential learning, as we already said. Implementation में 2-3 चीजों पे ज्यादा काम करने की जरूरत है कि हम करिकुलम में ही इन चीजों को इंटीग्रेट करें, जो कि IKS की से रिलेटेड हमारे टॉपिक्स हैं. सिमिलरली टीचर्स कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग जो है वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम टीचर्स के पास ही उस तरह का ओरिएंटेशन नहीं है कि वो IKS को कैसे मेन स्ट्रीम एजुकेशन में लेकर आए, क्लासरूम में कैसे लेकर आए. तो उस पर थोड़ा सा काम करने की जरूरत है. और सिमिलरली इस तरह की चीजें जो कि हमारी असेसमेंट को भी चेंज करे. असेसमेंट सिर्फ नॉलेज का नहीं होना चाहिए.
I think there is some technical issue at the end of Dharna Malhotra.
जो काम है काफी सुपरफिशियल लेवल पर ज्यादा है.
सर नेक्स्ट कर लीजिए.
I think Dharna is left the meeting because now she is not visible on the screen. So, with the permission of the chair, can I ask to the next
Yes,
presenter?
yes, we can continue with the next, sir.
Next presenter is Miss Mohini Yadav. Mohini Yadav. Miss Mohini Yadav. Am I audible, Mohini Yadav? Miss Mohini Yadav. Okay. Next, Miss Janvi Chauhan.
Ma'am, sorry, sir,
Dharna.
I'm here.
Yes. Dharna, am I audible to you? Dharna Malhotra.
Sir, I'm Mohini.
हाँ, धारणा सर, धारणा.
Dharna. Okay.
सर धारणा जी.
Okay. So I think you have completed your presentation.
Issues at my side.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I am asking to you. Would you like to say something else?
But I'm
Okay,
not
okay.
able to hear
No
you.
problem.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no,
Thank
sir.
you.
I think.
Thank you, Dharna. Now I request Mohini Yadav.
Yes, sir.
Yadav, kindly open your camera and present your work. Mohini Yadav.
Is it visible?
Yes,
Okay.
your PPT is visible and you are also audible.
Okay, is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm just opening the video. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm I'm Mohini Yadav. This is the paper which is guided by my professor, Dr. Khushbu Verma, and so the topic is reviving vocational skills from Indian knowledge system for entrepreneurship and employment under NEP 2020. So it's basically about how NEP 2020 is helping uh, uh, to revive the vocational skills and so that entrepreneurship can be promoted and more employment is there. So Indian knowledge system, it's a blend of traditional wisdom, scientific understanding, and cultural practices. Indian knowledge system is provided in ancient texts like Vedas, and it covers various fields like astronomy, mathematics, medicine, architecture, Ayurveda. And Indian knowledge system enhances modern education through traditional practices. So that traditional Indian knowledge system has 14 Vidya and 64 Kalas, including yoga and meditation, Ayurveda, traditional Indian culture, architecture, Vastu, Vedic math, astronomy, traditional crafts, and organic farming. So this picture is a example of the traditional craft. So the key areas, like I said, there are 14 Vidyas and 64 Kalas. So from the key areas which is needed to be focused is, number one is traditional crafts like Kalakamari art, Varanasi handloom, and Tripura bamboo crafts. So we need to promote it and teach it to the new generations. And we need to second is agriculture. We need to teach organic and natural farming, and we can use like traditional kunds or step wells, like mentioned in the traditional kund is in the picture. So we can use it for water conservation. And teaching sustainable agriculture practices is helps in developing agri entrepreneurship. For example, the promotion of medicinal plants, health foods, and organic farming. Third is Ayurveda and wellness. So Ayurveda and wellness is promoted for traditional healing, dietetics, and lifestyle practices are integrated into health and wellness programs. And there is specialized beautician and cosmetician training based on the Ayurveda. And there is the blending of Vedic math, astronomy, and traditional sciences with modern science. And there is blending of Indian architecture Vastu with the modern architecture to have a sustainable design and construction. And there is like ancient knowledge about metallurgy, mathematics, and astronomy are now studied and they are given scientific validation. And there is a need to have digital integration, to use AI, e-learning platforms, and apps to teach IKS skills. And also there is a need to use IKS principles to build ethical businesses, to understand local markets, and to build sustainable micro, small, and medium enterprises. So how to make the mechanism? So how can we promote or revive all these skills? So first is by integrating integrating it in curriculum. So Ministry of Education has established an IKS division under uh, All India Council for Teacher and Technical Education. So it promotes traditional knowledge into contemporary curricula. That is to teach traditional skills from school level. And there is a national credit framework. It allows students to earn academic credits. It's including the vocational and experiential training of the traditional Indian arts and sciences. And educational institutes collaborate with local industries to hire master craftsmen and experts locally so that authentic traditional knowledge and skills can be promoted. And there is industry collaboration, that is industry is encouraged to use IKS rooted practices to get more get better to have better economy. Then there is infrastructure development. So traditional methods can be modernized by using modern machines like bamboo processing machines, and the traditional IKS resources like traditional text, manuscripts, or audiovisual materials are being digitized so that it is accessible to a large audience. And there is a need to have teacher training programs so that the teachers are enabled to teach the IKS skills to students. And vocational training programs are conducted under Skill India Mission, for example, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, to offer IKS based skill courses to students. And there is another way is to enable to have tech enabled training, like using AI driven tools and e-learning to promote traditional skills, and to teach traditional artisans the value of digital marketing and e-commerce so that they can build their business. And community-based programs are there to support local artisans, like they provide mentorship or provide access to modern techniques. And lastly, there is research grants and interdisciplinary projects at institutions like IITs to give scientific validation to traditional practices. And what are the specific mechanisms under NEP 2020 to promote these vocational skills are: first is early exposure. So vocational training starts from middle school, and there is a compulsory 10-day bagless internships with local artisans so that the local craft is promoted. There is integration of Lok Vidya. Lok Vidya is like traditional crafts, Ayurveda, etc., which is included into vocational education. Hence, it connects ancient wisdom with modern skills. And the school partners with ITIs, polytechnics, local industries, and community members to set up skill labs to provide real-world training to students. And there is a focus on entrepreneurship, like skill labs and higher education institutes provides incubation centers and short-term courses so that so that they can help individuals to build their businesses. And there is digital enhancement for like platforms like Diksha and Swayam. They have they promote IKS content, so students can learn from anywhere in India or abroad. And the VR and AR techniques, virtual reality, and uh, virtual reality and augmented reality. So VR AR tools are used for immersive training of the traditional skills. So how is this helpful for entrepreneurship and to increase employability? So it promotes self-sufficiency. So individuals have practical skills, so they build their own businesses. It enhances employability. So the individuals who are trained with vocational skills, vocational traditional skills, they have better employment opportunities, and there is high employer satisfaction. And it promotes innovation. Like, for example, in this picture, there is Kisan drones is shown, and there is digital marketing for traditional crafts.
Mohini, kindly conclude. Mohini.
Yes, yes, sir.
You have
So
already
it helps. There are digital district skill companies, committees. It helps to identify the local skill demands and teach it to the students. And there is promotion of growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises. And lastly, it helps in cultural preservation. So it helps in preserving the traditional skills. To conclude, so the NEP 2020's aim is to integrate vocational education in all Indian schools by 2025 and expose at least 50% of learners to vocational education. And NAP 2020 focuses on blending these traditional crafts and life skills with modern training under the Skill India mission to create marketable skills, like that is to address the skill gaps, to boost employability, and to foster economic self-reliance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohini Yadav, for your presentation. Now, I request all the paper presenters kindly keep in mind the time duration. Okay, we have decided to give you 6 to 7 minutes. So try to wind up your presentation within 7 minutes. Thank you, Mohini. Next presenter is Miss Janvi Chauhan.
Yes. I'm audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Now my screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, thank you. Respected dignitaries and my dear friends, Indian ancient knowledge traditions have guided humanities for centuries. Today's the challenge is not to revive the past, but to reimagine it for the future. Good morning, respected dignitaries and my dear friends. I am Janvi Chauhan, a B.Ed final year student of a Satyuk Dash Institute of Education and Research. As Swami Vivekananda ji once said, education is a manifestation of the perfection already in a man. With this thought, I would like to present how Indian knowledge system combined with a modern technology can transform education into a holistic and a value-based experience. India has one of the world's oldest and richest knowledge tradition covering education, science, and mathematics, philosophy, and our values. However, in today's rapidly changing digital world, it is important that this traditional wisdom is not only preserved but also effectively integrated into a modern education. Technology plays a vital role in bridging this gap by making Indian knowledge system more accessible, engaging, and relevant for a today's learner. Through this presentation, I will highlight how the integration of ancient Indian knowledge system with the modern technological tools can create a more holistic, inclusive, and a future-oriented education system.
Janvi, your PPT is not moving. Still, it's first page. Okay, now it's moving. Janvi, carry on.
The disconnect between wisdom and information. This slide explains the gap between a traditional wisdom and a modern information based education. In a modern education system, the main focus is often on technical skills, exams, and marks. Because of this, students gain information but may miss values, ethics, and a culture and understanding. On the left side, we can see the Indian knowledge system which focus on holistic development, that means intellectual, moral, and spiritual growth together. Learning in IKEAs is a transformative process that helps is a self-realization. It is based on dialogue, vada, and a learning through experience, anubhava. On the right side, modern mainstream education is sourced as a more fragmented, exam oriented, and highly dependent on a rote learning where understanding is sometimes secondary. The key message of this slide is that while we students may gain a technical knowledge, they can remain disconnected from the ethical reasoning, cultural roots, and integrative thinking. Therefore, bridging this gap is essential for a meaningful education. The mandate for integration under NEP 2020. The main focus how the national NEP 2020 supports the integration of an Indian knowledge system in education. NEP 2020 does not see Indian knowledge system as something old and outdated. Instead, it treats them as a living and evolving system that supports sustainable development. This policy encourages the integration of Indian knowledge across all the subjects like mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and arts, rather than teaching is a separate optional subject. Overall, the goal is to develop a student not only intellectual but also socially, emotionally, and spiritually. Technology as the enabler of a holistic learning. This slide explains how technology helps in making learning more holistic by connecting ancient Indian knowledge with a modern education. First is preservation and digitalization helps in saving old manuscripts and old traditional and digital forms as they are protected from they can assessed by students everywhere. Second is pedagogical innovation means using videos, animation, digital tools to explain how complex topics like Ayurveda or astronomy in a simple and interesting way. Third is capacity building, focus on a training teachers through online courses and learning communities so they can clearly understand and teach Indian knowledge system. Overall, technology made traditional knowledge more accessible, engaging, and effective for a modern learnings. So, translating indigenous pedagogy to digital tools. This slide explains how digital Indian teaching methods can be adapted into a modern digital tools. First is dialogue vada and samvada, which means learning through the discussion is a converted into online discussion forums and a virtual classrooms where students can share ideas and learn together. Second is experience-based learning, anubhava is transformed into a visual simulation and interactive modules, helping students learning by doing. Third is reflection, manana or a Sadhyaya is supported through the digital portfolios where students can track their learning at their own pace. Lastly, oral tradition is preserved through the multimedia such as podcasts, audio, and recordings. Overall, this slide shows that technology can effectively carry forward traditional learning methods into a modern education. Research methodology and scope. This slide explains the research methods used in this study. The research follow a qualitative approach, which means it focuses on understanding ideas, concepts, rather than the numbers. The study is descriptive and analytical in nature. The data used in secondary data collected from a government policy documented like NEP 2020 and NCF scholarly article on Indian knowledge systems and education technology. Overall, this approach helps in understanding how Indian knowledge system can be effectively integrated into a modern education. They have two pillars for this. First, contextualization in undergraduate education. This slide explains how Indian knowledge systems can be integrated at undergraduate level. Technology supports this through digital tools like virtual labs, while assessment methods, and move beyond exams to reflective journals and a digital storytelling. The outcome is that students understand a modern knowledge in a relation to Indian civilization and environment. The second pillar of this specialization and a research in postgraduate study. This slide focuses on a postgraduate education where the aim is deeper study and a research. Students choose specialized subjects such as philosophy, Ayurveda, and management from an Indian perspective. The outcome is the creation of a new knowledge that connects tradition wisdoms and modern ideas. The keystone reimaging teachers education BEd. This slide highlights the importance of teacher education is successfully integrating Indian knowledge system. If teachers are not properly trained, the vision of ICAS cannot be achieved in classroom. In a BEd program, core coursework should include Indian perspectives such as dharma, duty, values, and a holistic development along with the modern technology. Technology supports this process through online training modules that helps teachers understand IKEA's concept clearly. Teachers are encouraged to design lesson plans based on a local context and reflect on their teaching through e-portfolios. The overall this slide shows that trained teachers are the key to transforming education using Indian knowledge system. Navigating the obstacles. This slide shows the key challenges in integrating Indian knowledge system ICAS into a modern education, especially through the digital platforms. Each quadrant highlights one major obstacle: conceptual misunderstanding, teachers' unpreparedness, the digital divide, the risk of decontextualization. Overall, this slide presents a clear roadmap formalize ICAS in a institutions, enhance the learning with the technology, build collaborative research to ensure a sustainable and a meaningful integration. These slides emphasize that while digitalizing and integrating ICAS is important, it must be done thoughtfully with the proper understanding, a trained educators and equitable infrastructures and a respect for cultural depth.
Janvi, kindly conclude.
Yeah, sure, sir.
We have already taken.
There's a last slide.
Okay.
This slides purpose a holistic develop education model that integrates wisdom and innovation prepares our learners for a complex global world, supports intellectual, cultural, and ethical development. At the last, the references where I can make this PPT. This slide lists the key sources and an official document used to support the ideas presented in a presentation on Indian knowledge system, IKEAs and education. This references add credibility, authenticity, and academic support. And my principal, ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Janvi Chauhan,
Thank you.
for your wonderful presentation. Now I will call next presenter, Ms. Jyoti Mishra. Jyoti Mishra, am I audible?
Yes, sir. So, am I audible?
Yes, she is the research scholar of Department of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, Gurugram. Over to you,
Thank you, sir.
Jyoti Mishra.
So, is my slide showing?
No. Yes, it's showing. Jyoti
Okay,
Mishra.
sir. Hello, sir. Good morning. I'm research scholar at K.R. Mangalam University. I'm representing on fostering productive thinking in students, a pathway to achieving NEP 2020 goal for Viksit Bharat 2047. The vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 emphasizes comprehensive national development across economic, technological, scientific, health, and social domains. So, NEP 2020 has set goals that assess quality education for all. The new education system addresses this by focusing on fostering productive thinking among students. Productive thinking is the ability to generate new ideas, think critically, creative, and solve real world problems. This paper examines how productive thinking acts as a catalyst for achieving NEP 2020 goals for Viksit Bharat and shaping an empowered and innovative generation. India's rich ancient knowledge system, ranging from advanced architecture, Ayurveda, astronomy, numerology, Vedic maths, and arts, and that carry abundance of knowledge that offer unique foundation for integrating traditional wisdom with contemporary education. India is the origin of Ayurveda that cured patients around the world from thousands of years. And Indian science and technologies are advanced and vast. They are characterized by deep spiritual roots, advanced urban plannings, monument stone carving, and Vastu science. Indian ancient texts contain extensive philosophical and astronomical knowledge that explore about origin and nature of universe, such as Surya Siddhanta. Vedas, Upanishads. Our ancient ideas, legacies, and heritage must not only need to preserve but also researched, learn, and apply with modern education. NEP 2020 recognizes the importance of preserving and researching these legacies to enhance modern learning. Productive thinking encourages students to engage deeply with concepts, fostering creative and critical inquiry is essential for innovation and lifelong learning. The aim of NEP 2020 is to reform the education system by recognizing, identifying, and fostering the uniqueness of children. It emphasizes on conceptual learning and lifelong learning. It encourages creative and critical thinking among students to make them innovative and decision maker. Productive thinking plays essential role to progress and develop individuals. There are many research in this area about the productive thinking, and it says that it is the ability to generate new ideas, think differently, creating innovative things. It is the ability to plan, analyze, synthesize, evaluate, and making decision to solve the real world problems. And thinking skills significantly affect the learning and the learner. It is effectively generated through mapping, self evaluating, drawing, and imagination. Objectives of NEP 2020 in relevant to productive thinking. Ensuring universal access to quality education at all levels. NEP 2020 aim to ensure equitable and inclusive education for all students. In irrespective of their backgrounds, all students should get equal chance to study and getting facility to ensure quality education. holistic development to nurture all-round qualities in students from their academic performance to cognitive growth, emotional, social, and ethical goals in developing the students, and critical and creative thinking, enhancing students' capacity to face the global challenges by developing and nurturing creative thinking, critical thinking through inquiry-based learning, discussion-based learning, discovery-based and analyze-based learning among children. Inclusive of technology and innovation. Technology in education helps students to learn digitally. Educational softwares engaged in students to learn, understand concepts, solving problems, productive thinking tied to these goals by promotion of critical and creative thinking. The role of productive thinking in educational transformation. Developing creativity and innovation is generating new ideas and implementing those ideas. It encourages through curiosity and questioning, open-ended activities, brainstorming, fostering thinking ability. Enhancing problem-solving skills critical for addressing complex real-world challenges. The concept of Gyan, Vigyan, and Jivan Darshan. The observation tends to enhance knowledge and understanding which open insightful towards life. It is encouraging the complex problem to analyze and reach to the right solution. Supporting decision-making capabilities that prepare students for dynamic social and professional environment. Blending critical and creative thinking to consider relevant things for making decisions. There are some challenges in implementation of productive thinking. They are the transitions from traditional learning, rote learning to child-centered education and inquiry-based pedagogy, limited teacher training and inadequate resources to support new teaching methodologies, access to digital gadgets and infrastructure required for technological integrated education to every student, shifting assessment system from exam oriented to problem solving and inquiry based evaluations. Their recommendations to fostering productive thinking are the systematic reforms in curriculum design to embedded productive thinking and inquiry based learning at all levels. Comprehensive teacher training programs focused on creative and critical thinking facilitations. Investment in digital infrastructure to ensure equitable access for all students. Revising assessment framework to evaluate problem solving, creativity, and critical thinking skills effectively. Fostering productive thinking in students for realizing NEP 2020 vision and contribution to achieve goals for Viksit Bharat. It cultivates essential cognitive skills that empower learners to innovate, solve problems, and being a decision maker. Productive thinking is crucial for problem solving and achieving goals by combining creative and critical thinking. It enables better decision making capacity and enhanced deep understanding. Its successful implementation demands systematic reforms in pedagogy, curriculum, assessment, as well as teachers' training. Productive thinking in students aiding empower the generation to shape the future of the country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Jyoti Mishra.
Yes.
Now, I request next paper presenter, Mr. Manisha Unyal Bhatt, a research scholar, Department of Education, Ras Bharti, Bose, Shubharti University.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, over to you.
Okay, sir.
Manisha, kindly open your camera.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And the research, the topic of my research is assessing the role of parenting style in shaping academic performance of school children. And the importance of parenting style, conceptualization, academic performances, cognitive development styles and parenting as a motivation generally. बेसिकली हमारा जो पेपर है उसका जो है कि यहाँ की पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल्स के जो तरीके हैं, जो टाइप्स ऑफ पेरेंटिंग परफॉर्मेंस पे बच्चे जो स्कूल एकेडमिकली वीक हो रहे हैं या स्ट्रॉन्ग हो रहे हैं, इतना ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट है हमारे, क्योंकि है वो एज होता जा रहा है और इतना ज्यादा
मनीषा आपकी आवाज क्लियर
नहीं
नहीं है। मनीषा
पा
सुन
रहे
पा
हैं
रही हैं?
बच्चों से, तो
मनीषा
उसकी वजह से कितना ज्यादा इफेक्ट आ रहा है। जी 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 सर।
अब क्लियर आ रही है। ओके, कंटिन्यू मनीषा।
यस सर।
अब आपकी आवाज क्लियर आ रही है। ओके, कंटिन्यू प्लीज।
ओके सर। तो बेसिकली मैं ये बताना चाह रही थी कि हम जो ये हमारा रिसर्च पेपर है इसमें ये जानना चाह रहे हैं कि ये स्क्रीन जो हमारा पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल है वो कितना ज्यादा इफेक्टफुल है, कितना ज्यादा वो इम्पैक्ट डालता है एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंस पे बच्चों के, क्योंकि आजकल हमें देखने को मिल रहा है कि जो पेरेंट्स हैं बोथ आर वर्किंग, तो इसकी वजह से बच्चों पे बहुत ज्यादा गलत इम्पैक्ट पा रहा है या उनके एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंस पे असर पड़ रहा है नहीं पड़ रहा है। और जो हमारे तरीके हैं, टाइप्स ऑफ पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल्स हैं, उनमें से कौन सा पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल का तरीका ऐसा है कि जो बच्चों के एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंसेस को बेटर बना रहा है, और कौन सा पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल का तरीका ऐसा है कि जो बच्चों के एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंसेस को सही नहीं कर रहा है। तो इसी में ओवरव्यू ऑफ पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल्स में अगर हम देखें तो ऑथोरिटेरियन मॉडल है, परमिसिव अप्रोच है, अनइन्वॉल्व स्टेट्स हैं एंड प्रीवेलेंस स्नैपशॉट्स है। इसमें अगर देखा जाए तो सबसे ज्यादा जो अच्छा माना गया है वो माना गया है अथॉरिटी पैराडिग्म्स को, और अनइन्वॉल्व जो हमारा पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल है वो सबसे ज्यादा मतलब इसको सबसे ज्यादा नीचे स्तर पे देखा गया है। जैसे बहुत सारे रिसर्च पेपर हमने पुराने भी देखे और अभी इस रिसर्च में भी हमने जो करके देखा उसमें यही हमने फाइंड आउट किया है। और impact of authoritarian parenting to emphasize and object obedient over autonomy, psychological stresses and intrinsic motivation. Case illustration: permissive or and uninvolved parenting styles are permissive flexibility without boundaries, uninvolved detachment, qualitative collaboration, performance collaboration. Methodology of study is qualitative review design and source scopes, selection criteria, pattern, examination procedure. Conclusion is in synthesis of core finding, authoritative parenting emerges as the most potent predictor of elevated academic performance, while authoritarian, permissive, and uninvolved styles consistently correlated with low achievement. तो इस रिसर्च में हमने यही कंक्लूजन पाया है कि जो अथॉरिटी पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल है वो ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल है कंपैरेटिव टू जो हमारे अदर पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल है। अगर कोई पेरेंट अथॉरिटी पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल को अडॉप्ट करता है और उस तरीके से पेरेंटिंग करता है तो उस बच्चे का जो एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंस है वो हमें हाई मिला, बेस्ट मिला, और जो बाकी सारे हमारे पेरेंटिंग स्टाइल्स हैं उसमें उनका जो एकेडमिक अचीवमेंट था, परफॉर्मेंस था, वो हमें थोड़ा सा लो मिला। सो इट्स इनफ फॉर माय साइड।
Thank you, Manisha Unyal, for completing your presentation within stipulated time. Okay.
Okay,
So
thank you.
now next presenter is Miss Neha Kumari, a research scholar of Department of Education. Neha Kumari, am I audible? Neha Kumari, am I audible? Neha. Okay. Next presenter, Mr. Surya Narayan Ojha. Mr. Surya Narayan Ojha, Research Scholar, Faculty of Science and Technology, ICFI. Surya Narayan Ojha.
Yeah, hello. I'm here, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good
Please
afternoon.
open your camera and share your screen.
Okay, sir. Sure.
And I request kindly complete your presentation within 7 minutes.
So I will try. I will try to present my presentation within time, sir. Okay. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Suryanarayan Ojha from Amity University, Patna, and I'm going to present my research paper in front of you. I'm going to share my presentation, sir. First. So is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. My research paper is on how Sanskrit can enhance the astrological predictions. We are using some AI tools and other things in this paper, and some neural network and RNN based tools like LSTM and RNN. Now, just a minute. Introduction, the convergence, astrology, ancient practices of interpreting celestial patterns and their influences on human affairs. Machine learning, which is the modern technology, modern conceptual approach to pattern recognition and predictions. We are using machine learning for these things. And convergence opportunity, ML, machine learning, ML, can process vast astrological data sets and identify complex patterns beyond human capabilities. Those patterns which are not capable, not affordable by or workable by a human, we are using these sets in ML. And goal, enhance prediction and accuracy while they're representing astrological trends. Manual calculation and complexity, like a birth chart, transits and processing requires extensive calculation. Subjective in interpretation, different astrologers may interpret the same chart differently. जैसे कुंडली सर जैसे कुंडली आप लोग देखते हुए थे, limited pattern recognition, human condition and struggles with multi-dimensional celestial and correctionals. Data volume constraints difficult to analyze thousands of historical causes manually. Consistency issue, mainly inform interpretation and standard across readings. Machine learning application in astrology, or like automated chart generation, neural networks from instant accurate chart calculation, pattern mining, discovering hidden corrections in planetary position and life events, predictive modeling, time series. We are using time series analysis for transit forecasting and timing. Natural language processing, NLP, analyzing astrological text to extract interpretation and rules. Clustering analysis, like grouping similar charts to identify archetypal patterns. Key of machine learning techniques are supervised learning. We are using supervised learning, training models on historical birth charts with known outcomes. Deep neural networks, multi-layer analysis of complex planetary interactions. Random forecast, we are using random forecast for enhanceable methods for robust prediction across multiple factors. Series forecast, LSTM, network for planetary transits and predictions. Dimensionality reduction, PCA/T SNE, for virtualizing high dimensional astrological data. data source and feature engineering. We are in this astronomical database, like precising planetary position. कौन सी ग्रह कहाँ है उसकी पोजीशन एग्जैक्टली जब हमें फाइंड करने पड़ते तब दैट नासा जेपीएल एंड एम्फसाइजन डाटा हिस्टोरिकल बर्थ रिकॉर्ड्स जो बर्थ रिकॉर्ड जहाँ से फाइंड करना हो एंड उसमें एनोमाइज्ड डाटा सेट्स विद टाइम स्टैम्प एंड लोकेशंस these things are required. Feature extension, planets position, aspects, house placement, diglets and middle points. Temporal features, transit, proposing solar returns, lunar phases. These things are required. Composite indicators, diverted features combining multiple of astrological factors. ML model, machine learning model architecture, like example, input layer, normalize the planetary position, aspect 360 plus features, hidden layers, multiple dense layers with dropout for pattern learning, attention mechanism, weighting importance of different planetary factors, output layers, probability distribution for various life domains like careers, relationships, and health. Validation, cross validation on historical data with known outcomes. Benefits of ML enhanced astrology. What are the their basic benefits are increased accuracy. ML जैसे ही हमने यूज किया टूल्स अपने पोजीशन पे आ पाते हैं और बहुत ही ज्यादा ही कंस्ट्रक्टिव वे में वो उस पोजीशन, प्लैनेटरी पोजीशन, बर्थ चार्ट, इन सबको कर पाते हैं, क्योंकि नॉर्मली इतने बड़े डाटा को एक पेज पे लिख पाना और मैनुअली उसको कैलकुलेट करना बहुत मुश्किल होता था. तो फिर हम यहाँ पे होता कि इंक्रीज एक्यूरेसी, हमारे एक्यूरेसी बहुत बढ़ गई, स्केलेबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है, कंसिस्टेंसी बहुत बढ़ गई, डिस्कवरी, हम न्यू फैक्टर्स एंड फीचर्स को डिस्कवर कर पाते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ एआई टूल्स. पर्सनलाइजेशन, और उसके अकॉर्डिंग जो फैक्टर्स हमें वहां से निकल के आते हैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम इसको पर्सनलाइज भी कर पाते हैं. एसेसिबिलिटी है, बहुत सारी चीजों को हम एसेसिबल कर रहे हैं. डिकम्युनराइज एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल इनसाइट्स थ्रू ऑटोमेटेड सिस्टम्स. Ethical consideration and limitation. Data privacy, this is very important. Protective sensitive birth information and personal data जो कि लॉस नहीं होना चाहिए, और ये सब चीज़ों को भी यहाँ पर मेंटेन करना पड़ता है. Avoiding determinism. Prediction should empower, not limit free will. Cultural sensitivity, representing different astrological tradition, Vedic, Western and Chinese. Both three are acceptable. Transparency, make ML decision processing interpretable to users, and validation standards. Various standards recognizing testing against established astrological principles. Future direction and conclusion. Real-time prediction system, dynamic model updating with current transits, multi-model integration, integration, combining astrology with other divergent systems, quantum computing, processing complex astrological calculation and exponentially faster, personalized AI astrologies, conventional AI trained on astrological knowledge, and conclusion, ML offers powerful tools to enhance astrological practices with preserving its essence, like RNN, the recurrent neural network, is a type of neural network designed for sequential data, like text, speech, or time series that use internal loops. That's called a recurrence, to maintain a memory of past inputs, allowing it to understand context and dependencies across timestamps, unlike standard networks that are processing inputs and independently. Or another thing is long short-term memory, that is LSTM. Network are advanced recurrent neural network, RNN, designed to learn and remember information over long sequences. After deep learning, we are using here deep learning and AI tools deep learning power many NLP application, enabling machines to understand and generate human language through tasks like machine translation, sentiments analysis, text summarization, chatbots, virtual assistants, speech recognition, advanced text classification like spam filtering, topic labeling, with model like transformers and RNS capture complex pattern of better context. Accuracy in areas like questionnaires and the information extraction and planetary information. Thank you from my side.
Thank you, Suri Narayan Ojha.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I request Miss Aisha Malik. Aisha
Thank you.
Malik, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Uh, Please complete your presentation within 7 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
ऐसा किस नाम से जुड़े हुए हो आप? महावीर के नाम से? आगे आगे ओके।
तो मेरी स्क्रीन विजिबल हो रही है?
Yes.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are very much audible.
Good morning, respected panel and everyone present here. I'm Aisha Malik. Today, I'm going to present my topic, Sustainable Development Models, applying applying traditional ecological knowledge and ancient water management system to climate resilient infrastructure. अगर हम सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की बात करें तो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट को सिंपली हम ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि डेवलपमेंट करना लेकिन फ्यूचर जनरेशन को नुकसान पहुंचाए बिना। हमें जो भी हम डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं उसमें ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए, हमारा एम होना चाहिए डेवलपमेंट में कि हम आज जिन रिसोर्सेज को यूज कर रहे हैं उन्हें फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए भी हम बचा कर रखें सो दैट वो भी फ्यूचर में यूज कर सके। आज हम बहुत सारे क्लाइमेटिक चेंज, वाटर स्कैरसिटी और इन्वायरमेंटल डिग्रेडेशन जैसे सीरियस इश्यूज को फेस कर रहे हैं। ये जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं ये मॉडर्न इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अक्सर लोकल इन्वायरमेंट और इकोलॉजिकल को इग्नोर करने की वजह से हम कर रहे हैं और ये उनको नुकसान पहुंचाते हैं। इसीलिए हमें ऐसे डेवलपमेंट मॉडल चाहिए जो क्लाइमेट रेजिलिएंट भी हो और सस्टेनेबल भी हो साथ ही साथ। करंटली जो क्लाइमेट चेंज का डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट है वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर हम देख सकते हैं, जैसे फ्लड है, ड्रॉट है या एक्सट्रीम वाटर इवेंट्स हैं, पहले से बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गए हैं, बहुत ज्यादा चेंजेस हमें इसमें देखने को मिलते हैं। ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल कंटिन्यूअसली बहुत ज्यादा कम हो रहा है, डिक्लाइन हो रहा है, वाटर स्कैरसिटी बढ़ रही है। मॉडर्न सिस्टम एनर्जी इंटेंसिव होते हैं और लोकल कम्युनिटीज का इन्वॉल्वमेंट कम होता है। ये सब फैक्टर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को लेस सस्टेनेबल बना देते हैं। वहीं पे अगर हम ट्रेडिशनल इकोलॉजिकल नॉलेज की बात करते हैं तो ये वो नॉलेज होती है जो लोकल और इंडिजीनियस कम्युनिटीज ने अपने एक्सपीरियंस से डेवलप की होती है। ये नॉलेज नेचर के साथ लॉन्ग टर्म इंटरेक्शन पर बेस्ड होती है और टेक्निकल इकोलॉजिकल नॉलेज का जो मेन फोकस होता है वो हमारे जो हम ह्यूमंस और एनवायरनमेंट के बीच एक बैलेंस बना के रखती है, उस पर इसका मेन फोकस होता है। इसीलिए ये नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज के सस्टेनेबल यूज को प्रमोट भी करता है। वहीं पे अगर हम एंशियंट वाटर मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम की बात करें तो इसमें हमारी बहुत सारी चीजें इंक्लूड होती है। एज यू कैन सी स्टेपवेल है, जोट्स हैं या टैंक और पॉन्ड्स हो गए, हमारे ट्रेडिशनल इरिगेशन चैनल्स हैं, ये सभी हमारे
रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग में और ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल को रिचार्ज करने में और साथ ही साथ इसका एक और बेनिफिट भी है कि ये लो कॉस्ट होते हैं, इको फ्रेंडली होते हैं, तो हम इनको यूज कर सकते हैं। प्लस ये कम्युनिटी मैनेज्ड होते हैं। इनका जो गोल होता है सिर्फ वाटर स्टोरेज ही नहीं बल्कि लॉन्ग टर्म वाटर कंजर्वेशन भी होता है। सो वी कैन यूज दिस एंड ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम सस्टेनेबिलिटी के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट प्रिंसिपल्स को फॉलो करते हैं। ये सिस्टम नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज का एफिशिएंट यूज करता है और लोकल क्लाइमेट और ज्योग्राफी के अकॉर्डिंग डिजाइन होते हैं, तो बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्टिव होते हैं। इनकी जो फंक्शनिंग होती है वो लॉन्ग टर्म होती है और कम्युनिटी पार्टिसिपेशन भी बहुत स्ट्रांग हो जाता है इसके अंदर। सबसे अच्छी बात ये है कि ये सिस्टम नेचर के प्रोसेस के साथ में काम करता है, जो कि इसका एक प्लस पॉइंट है। अगर हम इंटीग्रेशन की बात करें तो आज की नीड ये है कि हम ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज को मॉडर्न साइंस के साथ इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं और हमें करना चाहिए। इससे जो हमारा डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन है और क्लाइमेट सेंसिटिव प्लानिंग है वो पॉसिबल हो सकती है बहुत अच्छे लेवल पे। वाटर कंजर्वेशन के जो हमारे मेथड्स हैं वो इम्प्रूव हो सकते हैं और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी ज्यादा रेजिलिएंट बन सकता है। फॉर एग्जांपल हम आज के जो हमारे मॉडर्न रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम है उसमें ट्रेडिशनल टैंक्स को हम इसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं और ये हमारे लिए एक बेस्ट ऑप्शन हो सकता है। इसी तरीके से हम और भी बहुत सारी चीजें इसमें इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं। पॉलिसीज की अगर हम बात करें तो ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम को इफेक्टिवली यूज करने के लिए जो ट्रेडिशनल इकोलॉजिकल नॉलेज है उसका एक प्रॉपर रिकॉग्निशन होना बहुत जरूरी है। ट्रेडिशनल वाटर सिस्टम का रिवाइवल होना बहुत जरूरी है। प्लस जो हमारी मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स हैं उनका इंटीग्रेशन होना भी बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है। कम्युनिटी बेस्ड प्लानिंग होनी चाहिए। प्लस जो प्लानर और इंजीनियर्स है उनके लिए ट्रेनिंग होनी चाहिए सो दैट उनका जो प्रोसेस है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग बन सके, जो ज्यादा इफेक्टिव हो सकता है। बहुत सारे हमारे चैलेंजेस हैं जो हमें इसमें फेस करने पड़ते हैं इस अप्रोच के। मॉडर्नाइजेशन की वजह से जो हमारा ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज है वो ग्रेजुअली लूज होता जा रहा है। हम देखें तो प्रॉपर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन ना होने की वजह से पॉलिसीज को जो है सपोर्ट है वो काफी कम होता है क्योंकि उसके प्रूफ नहीं मिलते या वो सारी चीजें हमें देखनी पड़ती हैं। अर्बन एरियाज की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो यहाँ पर एडोप्टेशन थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाता है। जो हमारा ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स हैं या ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज है उसको अडॉप्ट नहीं कर पाते, बहुत डिफिकल्टी आती है अर्बन एरियाज में। और ओवरऑल अगर हम देखें तो जो ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम है सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए वो बहुत वैल्यूएबल लेसन हमें देता है। जब हम इन्हें मॉडर्न इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के साथ इंटीग्रेट करते हैं तो क्लाइमेट रेजिलिएंट काफी इम्प्रूव हो जाता है, जो कि हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा है। और कम्युनिटी प्रैक्टिस को भी ये सपोर्ट करता है और साथ ही में जो हमारा लॉन्ग टर्म सक्सेस है उसको इंश्योर करता है। उसके लिए ये बहुत असेंशियल होता है। ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज और मॉडर्न साइंस का जो कॉम्बिनेशन है वो बहुत ही बेनिफिशियल हो सकता है हमारे लिए। हमें एक सस्टेनेबल फ्यूचर बनाने के लिए ये कॉम्बिनेशन हमें करना चाहिए, हमें ये सारी चीजें ट्राई करनी चाहिए। फ्यूचर स्कोप में अगर हम देखें तो फ्यूचर स्कोप में मेरी यही है कि हमें फील्ड बेस्ड स्टडी हम इसमें करें, क्योंकि मेरे स्टडी की जो लिमिटेशन है वो सेकेंडरी डाटा पे बेस्ड है। तो हमें स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉलिसी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन की तरफ ध्यान देना चाहिए। दैट्स ऑल, थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Aisha Malik. Thank you for your presentation. uh, there is two presenters who have not presented. Again, I am taking their names. Alka Dadwal, paper presentation number 1. Alka Dadwal, are you here? Alka? Miss Neha Kumari. Miss Neha Kumari. Because there are 8 presenters here, 10 presenters total, 8 have presented, 2 are left, still left. So I am again repeating their names. Alka Dadwal, नेहा कुमारी। जितेंद्र सर, क्या किया जाए? because they are not responding.
सर मैं
Sir,
कॉलिंग भी कर चुका था उनको, तो कॉलिंग भी नहीं उठा रहे हैं, तो सर से परमिशन लेके जो भी आगे का प्रोसेस।
so Ashish sir, what we have to do? Because
But I think we have given enough chance, and I think we have given enough chance, and we can conclude the session now with the proceeding, है ना?
Okay. So as per the schedule, it's a time for question answer session. Okay. Now house is open for discussion. If you have any if anyone has any question, any clarification, any doubt, any submission, they may ask. Okay. If any one of you, those who are visible on the screen, if you have any query, any question, any clarification, you can ask. I think no.
चलिए, थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू सर। अंसार सर, बहुत अच्छे से आपने हैंडल किया। अब मैं एक कोटेशन के साथ, किताबों से मिले खजाने को लूट सके इतना कोई सक्षम नहीं। किताबों से मिले खजाने को कोई लूट सके इतना कोई सक्षम नहीं। जिनकी उपलब्धियां किताबों से हैं, जिनकी उपलब्धियां किताबों से हैं, वो जीवन में कभी असक्षम नहीं। और इन्हीं पंक्तियों के साथ मैं, क्योंकि अपने डॉक्टर अंसार अहमद सर को इसके सारांश के लिए कॉन्फ्रेंस के आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि उन्होंने बड़े ही धैर्य के साथ इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को सुना। तो मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा अंसार साहब, अपने विचारों से प्लीज सर।
Thank you, Jitendra sir. Basically, in this technical session, track 6, which is based on the ancient roots, modern beings, Indian knowledge system, and NEP 2024 developed India. Okay. First of all, I congratulate all the paper presenters who have presented their work nicely and try to unravel the issues, problems, challenges, and suggest the ways for synergizing Indian knowledge system with NEP 2020 for realizing Viksit Bharat 2047. I think your papers, findings, outcomes, and suggestion will be beneficial to achieve the dream of Viksit Bharat 2047 by integrating Indian knowledge system and vision of NEP 2020. So I think you have presented very well. Some of the presenters just read the PPT. Okay. So in next, whenever you will present somewhere else, so don't read line by line, because all the things are there on the PPT. So audience will see. Okay. So you just try to explain the concept, whatever you want to disseminate the knowledge, whatever you have collected through your researches, whether it's empirical research or theoretical research. So it's all from my side. Now I request chair of the session, Mr. Ashish Sharma sir, for their closing remarks.
So, first of all, thank you and warm wishes to you, Dr. Ansar. The way you have tried to recall again and again the person who was not present and tried to give an maximum opportunity to all of them. So the presenter, those who have presented their paper, it was very good and fascinating for me to understand that they come up with the idea. I'm starting from the last, that the teacher, one school teacher has presented, Aisha Malik has presented regarding the sustainable development, and Shuri Kumar Ojha has come up with a different mindset of the astrology, and then Ms. Manisha has tried to cover the parenting, how the parenting can help the academic achievement. So, along with the Jyoti, Janvi, Mohini, Dr. Dharma, and Poonam, Dr. Bharti, Poonam Bharti. So, everyone has tried to come up with the idea that some presentation has given all of us a lot of insights and idea how we can cope up. So, I'm sure few of them have used AI tool very well, which is the theme of today's session, ki ancient root and the modern knowledge. How you have connected, how you have used AI to develop your slides and PPT, which is very good. I seen, and the Janvi has tried beautifully captured the pictures and with the help of AI tool she has made her PPT. It was very good. The root system she was showing. And one thought and the idea has given me one very, I recall one very good, in ancient India, if we remember the Eklavya, you know? So Eklavya doesn't got the guru, you know? But he made the statue of a guru and started practicing. So during the presentation, when the researcher was saying and telling about in NEP, and the NCF clearly says about one, the practice, how much, as Dr. Ansar, we all are trying to deliver whatever possible from us, whatever we have learned and gather the information from every place and in the classroom to the students, and it is depend on the student how much they are going to practice. The knowledge is not stopped now because of this technological tool which each one of us had presenter has acknowledged that this has given us opportunity to capture our ancient knowledge in a manner that can be transformed anywhere, everywhere. Now today we all are sitting at a different place and today we are discussing because of this technology. So this is actually the example how with the help of ancient root knowledge system we can align our pathway, we can strengthen our pathway to reach up to the goal where there is opportunity. Because why I have said about why I have picked this example of Eklavya, some of one of presentation was there to highlight the less number of teachers training. So I would like to tell you, my dear friends, NCRT, but there is a under the NCRT CIET trying to deliver a lot of scope. There is a scope. Diksha portal has been developed. N number of trainings, N number of sessions are recorded already there. The teachers, those have eagerness. If you are eager to learn, you now there is no boundary that you are only bound to face the teacher, then only you learn. You have opportunity. You open your brain, you get ready, just click on the mobile screen on the laptop, you Google, you can get the knowledge of whatever you want to explore. So the teachers training not only by NCRT, CIT, many other organizations are continuously doing. And yes, I'm agreed with you that the NCF is NEP has said about the capacity building program for a teacher 50 hour must be for everywhere. This is a kind of कि वो हर बार जैसे हम कहते हैं कि how sharpen the saw, कितनी अपनी आपने अपनी औजार को तेज कर लिया, the cognitive aspect. Many of you have highlighted about the पंच कोशा. व्हाट इज द पंचकोश? जब हम बात करते हैं ना, चाहे वो ब्लूम टेक्सोनॉमी में बात करें, चाहे अभी बात करें, जब हम शरीर की बात कर रहे हैं, जीवन ऊर्जा की बात कर रहे हैं, जब हम मन की बात कर रहे हैं, बुद्धि की बात कर रहे हैं, तो NCF, if you go with the NCF 2023, which is based for the foundational year, you will find these based on these panchkosha, the NCRT has worked a lot to given activities, how those activities are all activities which we were doing in our ancient time. We were the child who grown up in the lap of our parents and the grandparents, listening stories. We all have heard a lot of stories. Now we are saying use story pedagogy, use story as an andragogy for the learning concepts, for the establishing connect between all between you and the student. Yes, it is important. So many more things, what we called about the experiential learning, vocational education, it was rooted in our Indian education system. Now we are again insisting, explaining and asking. Last year, I will conclude my remark with this example. Last year, we tried to made up one project that was integrated project, which was connected for the mathematics, language of Hindi and English both. Maybe in some other states where we were working in Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, and Hyderabad, other places. So in Marathi, it was the Marathi. So we tried to connect this with the mathematics, language, and again science and EVS, what so called. So with the help of this project, integrated project, we could cover at least 2 to 3 concept of the same but different classes. And because the NCRT has made their curriculum in a spiral form, if you go on the one topic, the difficulty level has been changed. So whatever we are saying, whatever we are presenting on this topic, I wish each one of you, if you have explored this concept, apply it in your classroom. While you are doing research, apply, do and see, because when you fail, you learn. When you do and when you success, you will give the example, set the example for others. For this word, thank you once again, Saraswati College of Education and the Research Development Organization for organizing such a wonderful event. And I'm sure this will give all of us insight and help us to connect and establish a bridge between the ancient and the upcoming era, whatever the so-called digital era is coming up very rapidly. So good luck each presenter here, and with best wishes. Thank you, Jiten sir, Dr. Sanjay sir, and Ansar ji. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सर। सर, आपका विचार सुने, एकलव्य के बारे में बताया, उसी के लिए मैं एक कोटेशन, जैसा मूड हो वैसा मंजर होता है।
बिल्कुल,
जैसा मूड हो वैसा मंजर होता है, मौसम तो इंसान के अंदर होता है। यानी कि जो एक्सप्रेशन है, आपके जो भावनाएं हैं, वो आप खुद सीख सकते हो एकलव्य वाली बात से। और आज तो फिर भी डाटा, जो सर ने बताया कि दीक्षा है पोर्टल पे, और भी बहुत सारी चीजें आज की डेट में आपके सामने हैं। सर के प्रेरणा स्रोत वर्ग शब्दों से हम बहुत लाभान्वित हुए। सर, सरस्वती कॉलेज ऑफ प्रोफेशनल स्टडी गाजियाबाद की तरफ से आपके सम्मान में ये वर्चुअल स्मृति चिन्ह प्रेषित किया जा रहा है। सर, आप इसे स्वीकार करें। जीडी सर, प्लीज।
थैंक यू सो मच, माय ग्रेटिट्यूड टू एक्सेप्ट इट। थैंक यू
सर, लेट हो गए हमारे सर।
कोई बात नहीं सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
अंसार सर, सरस्वती कॉलेज की तरफ से आपके लिए भी एक वर्चुअल स्मृति चिन्ह, जिसे आप स्वीकार करें। बड़े ही धैर्य के साथ आपने इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को सक्सेस किया, अपने उद्देश्यों की प्राप्ति कराई।
थैंक यू सो
इसी कड़ी में आगे बढ़ते हुए मैं आज के ट्रैक 6 के कोऑर्डिनेटर मिस्टर अब्दुल खलीक सैफी सर, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, सरस्वती कॉलेज ऑफ प्रोफेशनल स्टडीज गाजियाबाद के, को बोर्ड ऑफ थैंक्स के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं, और सभी पार्टिसिपेंट से अनुरोध करता हूं कि अपनी वीडियोज ऑन कर लीजिए एक अच्छी मेमोरी के साथ। वेलकम अब्दुल खलीक सर।
थैंक यू जितेंद्र सर। सरस्वती कॉलेज ऑफ प्रोफेशनल स्टडीज की तरफ से मैं सर्वप्रथम हमारे कॉलेज के सचिव आदरणीय निर्मल सिंह सर जी, निदेशिका डॉक्टर अनीता सिंह मैम, संजय सर, विभाग अध्यक्ष मैडम डॉक्टर अलका कटारिया मैम, मेरे समस्त सहयोगी साथीगण, सेशन चेयर पर विराजमान डॉक्टर आशीष शर्मा जी, सेशन को चेयर पर विराजमान डॉक्टर अंसार साहब, जितेंद्र कुमार जी मॉडरेटर, हमारे अग्रज बड़े भाई जितेंद्र सिंह साहब, इस ई कॉन्फ्रेंस को सफल बनाने में सहयोग देने में समस्त प्रोफेसर, शोधकर्ता, समस्त सहयोगी, हमारी टेक्निकल टीम, जीडी शर्मा जी व अन्य जो भी हमारे साथ इस स्टेक होल्डर के रूप में हमारे साथ कार्यरत रहे, हमारे समस्त प्रोफेसर जो हमारे इसमें जुड़े, शोधार्थी, समस्त सहयोगी, मैं आपको पुनः धन्यवाद करता हूं। और आज की इस ई कॉन्फ्रेंस के माध्यम से जब मैं इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को देख रहा था तो मैं अपने पूर्वजों को भी याद कर रहा था कि ये IKS इंडियन जो हमारा IKS है, इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम, इस नॉलेज सिस्टम ने हमारी जो पूर्व में हमारी जो परंपराएं चल रही थी उनको एक प्रकार से जागृत करने का काम किया है। जिस प्रकार एक पौधे के लिए पानी की आवश्यकता है, उसी प्रकार आज हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति और परंपरा के लिए अपने आपको विश्व के सामने लाने के लिए, क्योंकि जिस प्रकार इसकी थीम है कि 2047 का विकसित भारत, तो विकसित भारत जब हम अपनी परंपराओं को, आदर्शों को, मूल्य को, डिसिप्लिन को, मोरलिटी को, इन सब चीजों को लेकर एक साथ चलेंगे तो हम आने वाले समय में 2047 में जरूर ही विश्व गुरु बन जाएंगे। जिस प्रकार एक पेड़ जड़ के माध्यम से अपनी स्थिति को मजबूत करता है, ठीक उसी प्रकार भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा प्रणाली में हम अपनी ज्ञान, संस्कृति, सामाजिक रीति रिवाज, इन सब चीजों को हमें ये जोड़ने में मदद करता है और यही हमारी ज्ञान परंपरा का आधार है। जैसे कि आपने सुना होगा कि स्वामी दयानंद जी का कोट है कि वेदों की ओर लौटो। हमारे और भी बड़े शिक्षाविद हुए, महात्मा गांधी ने भी बेसिक एजुकेशन की बात करी। मैं ये समझता हूँ कि IKS एक ऐसा विषय है जो हमारे टीचिंग प्रोस्पेक्टिव के सभी विषयों को एक साथ लेके चलता है, जिसमें समकालीन इतिहास है, दर्शन शास्त्र है, तकनीकी है, धर्मशास्त्र है, चिकित्सा है, आयुर्वेद है, समाज शास्त्र है, संविधान है। कोई भी विषय इससे अनूठा नहीं है। तो मैं आने वाले समय में चाहूंगा कि हमारी कॉलेज की तरफ से इस तरीके के प्रोग्राम, इस तरीके के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होते रहे, क्योंकि एक कहावत है हमारी भारतीय परंपरा में कि सादा जीवन उच्च विचार। तो इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं आपको अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं और आप सभी को पुनः ऐसे आयोजनों में आने के लिए मतलब धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आप लोग यहाँ पर आए, आप लोगों ने अच्छी तरीके से पेपर पब्लिश किए। और मैं एक छोटी सी शायरी के साथ अपनी बात खत्म करता हूं कि सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा, हम बुलबुलें हैं इसके, ये गुलसिता। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ओवर टू जितेंद्र शर्मा जी। थैंक यू सर।
बहुत सुंदर अब्दुल सर, आपने कहा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा, ये तो हमारे दिलों में है ही। और मैं भी सभी का फिर से पुनः धन्यवाद प्रेषित करता हूं। और एक छोटी सी लाइन, ज्ञान एक सफर है, ज्ञान एक सफर है, मंजिल नहीं। क्योंकि ये कॉन्फ्रेंस समाप्त हो रही है, जैसे समापन हो रहा है, तो ज्ञान एक सफर है, मंजिल नहीं। हर कदम हमें नए क्षितिज के करीब ले जाता है। तो कंटिन्यूएशन में सर आपका सहयोग, आपका अनुभव, आपका प्रेम इसी प्रकार से हमें मिलता रहे। आप सबको धन्यवाद, सभी प्रस्तुतकर्ताओं को धन्यवाद। इसी के साथ विदा लेते हैं। नमस्कार।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Jitendra Sharma sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Professor
Thank you, sir.
Kumar sir,
Thank you.
Sir,
Principal
thank you so much for.
and Dr. Abdul Khalik Saab. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jitin sir, and thank you so much. And wish you all very happy Republic Day for the upcoming Republic Day, because possibly we will not meet up to that time. So wishing you all very happy Republic Day. Thank you.
So we will get e-certificate.
लिंक आ रहा है, उसको भरने के बाद ही आपको सर्टिफिकेट इशू होगा।
ओके सर।
फीडबैक लिंक आ रहा है चैट में, उसको भरने के बाद ही लीव करेंगे आप लोग। पार्टिसिपेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है कि फीडबैक फॉर्म भर दें, क्योंकि इसी के आधार पर आपका सर्टिफिकेट जनरेट किया जाता है। और सभी को सूचित करना पड़ रहा है, वैलिडिटी सेशन में ही आपका जो बेस्ट पेपर प्रेजेंटर्स हैं, ट्रैक 2 के, ट्रैक 1, ट्रैक 3, जो भी 6 ट्रैक थे हमारे, उन सबका अनाउंसमेंट वैलिडिटी सेशन में होगा। तो प्लीज ज्वाइन।
सर वैलिडिटी सेशन कब होगा?
2 बजे से होगा बेटा।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ठीक है, तो उसे ज्वाइन करिए सब लोग आप।
फिर इसमें क्या देना है फिर, कि सेशन आपने
ये तो
कौन सा अटेंड किया?
इसमें ट्रैक आ रहा होगा मैम,
इसमें सारे आ रहे
ट्रैक
हैं,
6।
टेक्निकल सेशन 1 2 3 4 5 6 एंड वैलिडिटी सेशन।
हाँ, तो 6 वाला आप कर दिया आपने, वो कर दीजिए। 6 ज्वाइन किया है ना आपने आज,
ठीक है सर।
तो 6 किया है आप, तो 6 कर दीजिए।
जैसे मेरी दीदी की है 4th ईयर में, वो अभी
अच्छा अच्छा।
नाम है उनका नाम ऐसा कुछ है।
अच्छा वो वाला हाँ अब खुल गया हमारे मैडम मैसेज में पड़ा था वो मैसेज में लिंक दी थी क्या पूरा इसमें गाउन फैला है चिपक गया अलग अलग दिखा रहे हैं मतलब इनको जैसे कोई चीज देनी तो बला सी लगती है कि दे दुआ के खत्म करो जिन्हें मैडम पढ़ने वो इंटरेस्ट नहीं है ना बीस देगा या आपके 20 बच्चे हो गए नहीं अच्छा 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 जाने पूरी बॉटल इसको ले के चल जब इनके ये मीटिंग तो खत्म ही नहीं हुई मैडम, मतलब हो कुछ नहीं रहा।
हाँ नहीं, उसमें 8-10 ही लोग जुड़े हुए हैं। मुझे तो लगता है जिन लोगों ने लेफ्ट नहीं हुए ना, बस वही है।
बंद भी तो नहीं हो रही वो,
नहीं तो कोई बोल तो नहीं रहा उसमें।
कैंसिल तो कर रहे हैं, वो कैंसिल तो हो। हाँ
क्योंकि वो मैंने भी देखा, आपने कहा तो उसमें
नहीं तो लीव करने के बाद फिर लीव नहीं हो रहा मैडम, देखो